A couple of days ago, something extremely infuriating and frustrating happened to me, to the point that I ended up making an entire opinion poll to ask you guys about it to make sure that I wasn't crazy. So in today's video, we are going to be talking all about that. Alright, hi. TT here, and today we are going to be talking all about my little rant story here. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. Now, if you were not on my opinion poll a couple of days ago and you did not see that basically shortened the story and what I would have had to say about the story, basically it has to do with Traderie traders, which I do have a separate video about coming up very soon, so just keep a lookout for that. But in today's video, I'm going to specifically focus on the story that basically started it all. Alright, so what started it all is that I was interested in making a little bit more diamonds. Everybody in the game wants a little bit more diamonds every now and again, so I decided to look on Traderie. Which, if you don't know what Traderie is, it is a third-party website where you can basically trade all of your Royale High items, and even if you are not on Royale High, you can trade your Adopt Me pets, some of your murder mystery knives. That's basically the short breakdown of what Traderie is and what you can use it for. So I decided to try to look for some halos that, were in demand, and currently, as you can see on Traderie, you can see that there's like a little hot icon over the Starlight halo. So that means that halo was in demand. It means that a lot of people were currently trading it so much times in a day that it would actually show up in the trading section. So I was like, oh, okay, wait, I actually already have this halo. What if I can trade this amount of diamonds to get the set? Because I did have a good amount of diamonds to trade for the halo. Then I realized that some people were trading it for like what, 1.55 mil, which was fine. But then I saw that there was this absolute gold mined trade. There was this person that was looking for the Goddess of Triumph set and 600k. The Goddess of Triumph set could go for even less than 900k, and I was like, wait, this is like only 1.5 million diamonds, and the halo is currently going for 1.55. So of course I hopped on that person's trade immediately. I traded them almost immediately. I stole the Starlight halo dupe because apparently there was somebody already looking for the Starlight halo, and I got my 50k profit. Now, the only thing that I was missing, was my Goddess of Triumph set. And I swear to God, in the back of my mind, I was like, wait a second, there are going to be some Traderie people that are going to be like, actually, the bow is not a part of the set because it was added later. And I should have trusted my gut, because literally, after hours of looking for it, I have been told and gaslit into thinking that this bow was not a part of the set. Like, look, here are some screenshots of some of the people that were literally trying to tell me that they were not a part of the set, and like differing reasons as to why the Goddess of Triumph bow was not a part of the set. I kid you not, I was going insane the entire day of trying to find this set. Nobody considered the Goddess of Triumph bow to be a part of the Goddess of Triumph set. And then there was this one smarty pants that tried to tell me, oh, so if the Goddess of Triumph bow is a part of the set, that means that like the Goddess of Triumph furniture is a part of the set too, right? Like, are you kidding me? Like, get out! That's not what it means! That's not what it means at all! Given the name of the set is Goddess of Triumph, when you put on like a collection of items, I would expect the Goddess of Triumph, like the Goddess of Triumph Vanity and the Goddess of Triumph Brush, to just be automatically equipped on me. Like, when I'm just in Trading Hub and I decide to put on my Goddess of Triumph Vanity, I just expect it to be a part of me because it's automatically a part of the Goddess of Triumph set, because it's named Goddess of Triumph, so of course it has to be a part of the Goddess of Triumph set, right? Because it has the name Goddess of Triumph. You get what I mean? You get why I was going insane with these people on Traderie. So eventually, I unfortunately caved. I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna have to deal with losing like 180k profit instead of gaining my 50k profit. So I ended up going to Traderie, buying myself a Goddess of Triumph bow, and then a couple of minutes later I get a Traderie notification about the Goddess of Triumph set. Somebody was willing for me to buy it for 900k. For some reason in me was like, you know what, I was like, You know what? If I ask this person about the Goddess of Triumph bow, they're most likely just gonna tell me, you know, I don't have the bow, this and that, you know, I'm just gonna buy it from them. I really don't care. I already have the Goddess of Triumph bow. Lo and behold, when I meet this person in Trading Hub, they have the Goddess of Triumph bow with the Goddess of Triumph set. I'm like, where were you the 2 hours I was looking for the Goddess of Triumph set? So now I had this dupe of the Goddess of Triumph bow that I didn't even need, that I basically impulse bought because I got very irritated after 2 hours of not being able to find the Goddess of Triumph set with the bow. So basically it makes it look like I was impatient after 2 hours of looking for this bow, and to be honest, I was very impatient because I had a short to make. You guys know that every single 1 o'clock or sometime after 1 o'clock, I always make a short about the new treasure hunt location. And I am fairly quick with making my shorts, and some of the items in my outfit required the Goddess of Triumph set, so I did this set. And that's not even the part that made me even more irritated. After that point, after the fact that I had sold my Goddess of Triumph dupe and had my entire Goddess of Triumph set with the bow, if you are often Traderie users, there is this little looking for section. I was putting my Goddess of Triumph set for 900k there. I was saying that I was paying 900k for the Goddess of Triumph set. I got around 3 notifications of people wanting me to buy their Goddess of Triumph set, and they all DM'd me and told me, hey, I have the bow with the set. Where were you guys? Where were you guys when I was trying to look for the set? This is what I'm trying to talk about. Why are there some people that consider the set to be with the bow, and why are there some people that consider the set to be without the bow? This is why, where did this miscommunication happen? So to finally wrap things up, I decided to do a opinion poll for you guys and directly ask you guys, just to make sure that I wasn't crazy, if you consider the Goddess of Triumph set to be with the bow or without the bow, telling you guys a shortened version of my story. And just as I expected, a landslide of you guys said that 90% of you guys said that it was a part of the set, and 10% of you guys, 10%, said that it was not a part of this set. And I'm honestly very surprised at that. Over 2,000 of you guys voted on this, and I'm very confused as to who that 10% was. I was joking with my friends and I was saying, like, you know, I think the 10% of people that said it was separate from the set is like Traderie users. I think that those are the people that genuinely think it's not a part of the set. But I did highlight some comments here, so I'm going to be reading some here for you guys. This person under the user of @NickST3R said, I don't see it as a separate part of the set just because it doesn't make sense for it to be separate. The only thing that should be separate from the Goddess of Triumph set is the Goddess of Triumph mermaid tail, and by extension the Goddess of Triumph dome items. This user under the user of HeyMa6115 would have said, looking at the name, it might seem that the Goddess of Triumph bow is a part of the set, but if you go to Traderie and search Goddess of Triumph set items and you see the icon, you will be able to see the parts. And hey, I'm not even gonna read this entire thing because this is the same exact excuse that one of the Traderie users gave me. I will say it to your face that I do not agree with you. Just because the Goddess of Triumph bow was not included with the set does not mean that it is separate. Why are we trusting Traderie? Why are we trusting the app that is notoriously known for leaking items from Royale High that isn't even supposed to be leaked in the first place? You guys remember the leaked items from Royal Halloween that we would have seen? Those like galaxy kitty things and like some of the mermaid tails that we weren't even supposed to be seeing yet. You guys remember those leaks that were quickly taken off of Traderie? It is incredibly hard to trust these people, and unfortunately Traderie as a website, as an app, is one of the easiest ways for you to be able to trade, and that's probably the only reason why I would use it. Other than that, is saying that, you know, the Goddess of Triumph bow is not a part of the item section of what's a part of the set, I think that is complete BS, and I do not believe you, because there are multiple people that consider the Goddess of Triumph bow to be a part of the set, and there are multiple people that will trade the Goddess of Triumph set with the bow. And then there was just this other person over here that just said it's separate, and honestly at this point I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Guys, believe what you you want to believe. So to end off today's video, I just wanted to genuinely ask you guys, do you guys consider Lady Goddess or Triumph both to be a part of the set, or do you guys consider it to be separate from the set? Alright, so yeah, that is basically all I have to say in today's video. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, that is all I have to say in today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya.